programs.
Kawo kai sauri kawo shi. Kawo program kai sauri.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Visitor to the Polytechnic, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu, the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Speaker, Federal House of Representatives, the Right Honorable Abbas Ian Zazzau, His Excellency the Executive Governor of Kebbi State, Comrade Dr. Nasiru Idris Aurangwandu, Senior Advocate of the Masses, the Grand Commander of the Order of Welfareism, the representative of the Governor of Sokoto State and Ian Sokoto, former Honorable Ministers of the Republic, the Speaker of the Kebbi State House of Assembly, and other members of the National and State Assemblies here present. My Lords, the Chief Judge and Grand Cadi of Kebbi State, their Royal Highnesses, the Emirs of Gwandu, Argungu, Yauri, and Zulu, the Secretary to the State Government, members of the Kebbi State Executive Council, the Head of Service, Permanent Secretaries, sole administrators of local governments, principal officers of the Polytechnic, former rectors, visiting vice chancellors, rectors, and provosts, the National Organizing Secretary of the ruling APC, members of the Academic Board of Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic, Birnin, Kebbi, fellows of Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic, Birnin, Kebbi, award recipients or their representatives, graduates, parents, guardians, friends, and well-wishers of Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic, Birnin, Kebbi, men of the press, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Your Excellencies, it is my singular honor and privilege to welcome you to Nigeria's fastest growing polytechnic, the most peaceful tertiary institution south of the Sahara, and of course the premier tertiary institution in Kebbi State, the Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic, Birnin, Kebbi. I am to particularly welcome Your Excellencies to the joint convocation ceremony of this great polytechnic, holding here at the late Shehu Kangiwa Convocation Square, Birnin, Kebbi. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is our tradition in this great polytechnic to commit ourselves and our programs in the hands of God. And it is on that note, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that I wish to invite the Polytechnic Imam, Sheikh Bala Kalgo, to lead us in the opening prayers, please. The Polytechnic Imam.
Alhamdulillah, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad وعلى آل محمد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت ورحمت وباركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. رب العالمين.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I now have the honor and privilege of inviting the Registrar of the Polytechnic, Malam Atiku Muhammad Bello, to take over proceedings. The Registrar, please.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The visitor, ably represented by the Minister of Education, Honorable Dr. Sununu, the Executive Governor of Kebbi State, Comrade Dr. Nasir Idris Kawarangondu, our royal fathers present, representative of the National Board for Technical Education, members of Kebbi State Executive Council, the Speaker, Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, sorry for that breach of protocol, members of the National Assembly here present. Okay. It's my honor and privilege to invite the Director of the Polytechnic to announce the purpose of this gathering. As you can see from the order of proceedings, it was the council chairman who was to announce the purpose of our coming here together for the convocation ceremony. However, due to the fact that councils, though have been constituted, they are yet to be inaugurated. So it is now the responsibility of the rector of the institution to come forward and announce the purpose of this convocation. Director, sir.
The visitor to Federal Polytechnics, the Minister of State for Education, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu, the Speaker, House of Representatives, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, the Executive Governor of Kebbi State, members of National Assembly here present, ministers, Royal Highnesses, members of Academic Board, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this convocation is to award diplomas, certificates, and prizes. Thank you.
May I now invite the Director of the Polytechnic to deliver his convocation address. Director, sir.
Penny. The visitor of the Polytechnic, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, heavily represented by the Minister of State for Education, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sunu, the Honorable Speaker, Federal House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas Zazzau, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kebbi State, Comrade Dr. Nasuri Idris Dikaurangwandu, Honorable Minister here present, former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, representative of the Sokoto State Governor, Honorable Aminu Abdullahi Ian Sokoto, Right Honorable Speaker, Kebbi State House of Assembly, other members of National and State Assemblies here present, former Deputy Governor of Kebbi State, the German Kebbi, Chief Judge and Grand Kadi, Honorable Commissioners, Secretary to the Kebbi State Government, Head of Service, Chief of Staff, Commissioners of Police, DSS, NSCDC, their Royal Highnesses, the Emirs of Argungu, Yauri, and the representative of the Emir of Zulu and Emir of Gwandu. Former rectors of the Polytechnic here present, chancellors, vice-chancellors, rectors, provosts, and other heads of tertiary institutions that visited us, permanent secretaries and local government sole administrators, fellows of the Polytechnic, award recipients, principal officers of the Polytechnic, members of academic board, students, graduates, parents, guardians, gentlemen of the press, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. I am pleased and privileged to address you on the auspicious occasion of the 14th Convocation ceremony of our great Polytechnic for the award of diplomas, certificates, prizes, and fellowships. We give all glory to God for the opportunity to stand before this august and historic gathering to deliver this address. On behalf of the Management Committee, Academic Board, staff and students of Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic, I welcome you all on this occasion. There is no doubt that today marks a special moment as we launch another set of well-trained, properly groomed, and equipped sets of graduates into the world to use their knowledge and contributions to the growth and development of our country and humanity. Today, I heartily welcome an amiable gentleman, a progressive leader, the Honorable Speaker of Federal House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, the Ian Zazzau, to Kebbi State and this Polytechnic in particular. It is great to Ahmad Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by our amiable Minister of State for Education, Honorable Yusuf Tanko Sununu. Your Excellency, we are honored and humbled by your distinguished presence. I also wish to extend special welcome to Chief Host, the best friend of the Polytechnic, an alumnus of the Polytechnic, a prominent member of the Waziri Polytechnic family, a pleasant ambassador of the Polytechnic, His Excellency Comrade Dr. Nasuri Idris Kaurangwandu, the Executive Governor of Kebbi State, Your Excellency We have no doubt that this Polytechnic is very close to you, and you are big heart. And I must seize this opportunity on behalf of all other members of the beautiful family to congratulate you on the beautiful work you are doing in Kebbi State. We also welcome supportive Deputy Governor of Kebbi State, Senator Umaru Tafida. We are happy to welcome our respected governors from other states or their representative. Our royal fathers, led by His Highness, the Emir of Gwandu and Chairman Kebbi State Council of Chief, Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Ilyasu Bashar, CON. Distinguished members of the National and State Assemblies, members of Kebbi State Executive Council, the Executive Secretary, National Board for Technical Education, the Chief Promoter of Skills Development, the very hard-working Professor Idris Bugaji, and all distinguished fellows of the Polytechnic. I also welcome all former rectors of Waziri Umaru Polytechnic, visiting rectors, visiting vice chancellors, and provosts for sister institutions across the country, executive members of the illustrious Waziri Umaru Polytechnic Alumni Associations, friends and well-wishers of Polytechnic, parents, guardians, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Graduation statistics. Your Excellency, the visitor, at today's convocation, we celebrate the academic brilliance of students and our humble march to excellence as an institution. Today is another loud testimony that our Polytechnic is doing very well to justify its mandate of producing highly skilled, relevant, qualitative, middle and higher level class manpower necessary for the technological, scientific, managerial, economic and social transformation of our dear country. To this end, I am pleased to announce that we shall be awarding diplomas and certificates to a total number of 4,888 graduates. Graduates being combined set of 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. Higher National Diploma HND, 2,410 National Diploma ND, and 608 National Certificate of Education, the NCE. Out of this number, 220 graduated with distinction, 1,118 with upper credit, 2,701 with lower credit, and 849 with a pass. This shows a remarkable increase in students' population and graduation. Implementation of our strategic vision and mission. Ladies and gentlemen, the management of this Polytechnic has been working tirelessly to actualize its vision of repositioning the institution by faithfully pursuing the noble dream of developing it as reflected in our vision statement that Waziri Umaru Polytechnic is established to contribute to scientific, technological advancement of this nation, to encourage inquiry research, to advance the cause of humanity. Highlight of activities. The program of action pursued throughout the period under review, which was aimed at attaining our vision, was pivoted on the following major thrusts: administrative and academic restructuring, academic and professional development, staff and students' welfare, maintenance and physical development, cost control, and revenue generation. Administrative and academic restructuring. We have consciously carried out an in-depth appraisal of the institution's personnel in all academic and administrative units with the aim of determining the qualification, ability, competence of each staff in relation to well-defined job that a particular staff is required to perform in our cherished chance for excellence. The exercise was consciously designed to serve as springboards toward reorganizing that will eventually rejuvenate the system and result in the positive utilization of human and material resources at our disposal. Academic and professional development. This Polytechnic prides itself for peace, growth and development and academic excellence. As a reward for our hard work, the institution has been designated as Center of Excellence in Renewable Energy. To sustain this achievement and consolidate on the gains, management has remained consistent in the pursuit and the implementation of our carefully planned and aggressive capacity building mechanism in academic research, competence and capacity development through mandatory and intensive staff training orientation. Interestingly, 19 PhDs, 28 master's degree, 12 first degree, and 41 other qualifications has been produced in the institution in the last 2 years under my watch. Similarly, about 37 academic staff and 24 non-teaching staff has acquired professional registration with relevant professional bodies at home and abroad. In addition, 26 academic staff are now on study leave for doctoral degree and master degree. It is gratifying to note that our students have not only failed to justify our huge investment in them in terms of character and learning. 4 times our students have emerged as winners of national essay competition organized by students of marketing in Nigerian polytechnics. Accreditation. The Polytechnic is completely conscious of the place of quality assurance in the quality of teaching and learning. Thus, we adhere strictly to the standards set by our main regulatory body, the National Board for Technical Education, and of course, the National Commission for Colleges of Education. We are one out of the few Nigerian polytechnics offering the Nigerian Certificate of Education program. The Polytechnic presently offers about 68 academic programs. Out of this number, 50 are under the supervision of the NBTE and 18 by the NCCE. Recently, the National Board for Technical Education visited our institution and inspected our programs. After a very thorough painstaking exercise, all programs were given a clean bill of health. The following programs were also granted initial accreditation: ND Mechatronics Engineering, ND Computer Engineering, ND Taxation, HND Microbiology. I'm pleased to inform you that students have been admitted into these new programs and they are since commenced their studies. In addition, the following were also granted full accreditation: ND Social Development, ND Science Laboratory Technology, ND Library and Information Science, HND Biochemistry. The implication is that the programs run in the institution are fully accredited. Both NBTE and NCCE are now set for visit to our programs whose accreditation were due this year. I am proud to say that we are blessed with a team of dedicated, committed, hardworking, brilliant academic and non-teaching staff who are without doubt faced among equals, and this has always helped us in crossing the top hurdles of accreditation. I also want to report that all programs run by this institution are fully accredited. Propose new programs. In response to the dynamic nature of society, our general request for national development and increasing demand for administrative slots by candidates wishing to join the fastest growing polytechnic in Nigeria. Arrangement has reached advanced stage with the National Board for Technical Education to introduce ND Food Technology, ND Pharmaceutical Sciences, ND Medical Record, HND Social Development, and HND Library and Information Science. We are working very hard to actualize this lofty dream. We are confident that the NBTE will grant us the whole bone request after resource inspection. Initiative for Research and Development. Management under my leadership has continued to encourage academic staff to get fully involved in research endeavors and publications of such research work. It is an incapable requirement for promotion of academic staff. In fact, academic life in the institution is guided by the slogan of publish or perish. Our condition of service has made it mandatory that academic staff must publish articles in reputable journals, attend conferences, present papers, and publish books if they desire growth and development in the system. To promote and sustain this necessary healthy academic culture, we are going to resuscitate and improve our internally recognized journal, the Journal of Science and Technology, 2 other journals established in the institution, the Gese Journal of Multidisciplinary Studies, and the Journal of Accounting and Finance will be revived. We shall soon send proposal to the Tertiary Education Trust Fund for its approval and sponsorship. When fully restored, the journals will assist our lecturers and researchers from other institutions to publish their work. Staff and students' welfare. In sustaining the vision and mission of the Polytechnic, management recommends to the Governing Council the regular promotion of both academic and non-teaching staff who didn't of hard work and dedication have satisfied conditions for promotion. I'm happy to report that promotions for all categories of staff have been approved and implemented up to January 2023. All staff have been approved and implemented. All processes for the 2024 promotions has been concluded. Management will make necessary recommendations to the Governing Council for its approval as soon as councils are inaugurated. I'm happy also to report that this Polytechnic is not owing any staff any entitlement. All academic and peculiar allowances of staff has been paid. Student welfare is major priority for the institution as we believe that creating healthy and comfortable environment peace and love to chase away boredom from the student. This is in addition to comprehensive transport system introduced to facilitate easy mobility of students from various parts of the city to the campus. On this note, I challenge all students, all staff and students to justify the huge investment in them by working hard to ensure peaceful and successful system in the institution. Maintenance of physical development. The visitors, sir, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, nature is very kind to our Polytechnic, as we are blessed with vast land for physical development and expansion. The institution, therefore, has utilized its vast land for massive physical and infrastructural development. The following project initiated by my predecessor, Architect Mohammed Sani Aliyu, have been completed by my administration. Construction and furnishing of the School of Accounting and Finance, construction and furnishing of Mechatronics Engineering Department, construction of the School of Business and Management Studies, construction and furnishing of male student hostel, construction and furnishing of Teen Theater Lecture Hall, for management program. Since assumption of duty, we initiated and completed the following project in the institution. 1. Construction and furnishing of 200 capacity lecture theater for management program. Construction and furnishing of 200 capacity lecture theater for science and technology program. Construction and furnishing of twin theater hall of 640 capacity for science laboratory technology. Construction and furnishing of a new female student hostel. Procurement of vehicles. Construction and furnishing of complex for the School of Science, Vocational and Technical Education. Construction and furnishing of a complex for the Academic Affairs Division. Construction of access road and provision of new Eastern Gate to provide direct access to the academic area, staff and students for beauty of our environment. Renovation and furnishing of existing female student hostel, renovation of the estate management department building, renovation of urban and regional departmental building, renovation of quantity surveying department building, renovation of the Polytechnic member hall, and reconstruction of new overhead water tank, including standby mechanical generator for staff. Ladies and gentlemen, we have also made provision of shelter belts through planting of trees as a means of protecting the environment and enhancing its beauty. We have also complete renovation of the Entrepreneurship Development Center. We have also completed the renovation of the administrative block complex. Similarly, renovation and furnishing of the Polytechnic auditorium. We have also renovated and equipped the Entrepreneurship Development Center with machines, operational vehicles. Equipment for the consultancy unit has also been provided. It gladdens my heart to report that all these projects were commissioned yesterday as part of the activities marking this convocation ceremony. To further consolidate on the above achievements, contract has been awarded for the following new projects. Construction of 108-bed capacity additional female hostel. Construction of the electrical electronics building complex. Construction of a 600 capacity lecture theater for engineering complex. Construction of 1.292 kilometer access road, including solar lighting points and side workings. We have also awarded contract for the renovation and furnishing of agri-engineering department. Similarly, we have awarded contract for the procurement of new vehicles for principal officers of the Polytechnic. We have also awarded contract for the procurement of furniture to the offices of all principal officers. We have also awarded contract for the construction of another new male student hostel. Similarly, we have awarded contract for the construction and furnishing of the modern Polytechnic guest house in GRA Birnin, Kebbi. We are not yet satisfied with what has been achieved, as our dream is to make this Polytechnic the best among its peers. Let me use this opportunity to commend and appreciate Tertiary Education Trust Fund for its many interventions in the area of physical development, ICT, staff training and development in this institution. I must appreciate the Executive Secretary of the Fund and his team for the wonderful leadership qualities expressed by the Fund. Similarly, I want to also thank the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for granting and implementation of capital projects. The projects we have launched yesterday for 640 capacity theater was provided in the 2023 appropriation, and it has been funded 100%.
quality assurance. Waziri Umaru Polytechnic is synonymous to quality, and we are determined to ensure quality of our academic programs, which must translate to the protection of highly qualified, skilled, and productive graduates, who in the end can be self and job creators. To foster and ensure a culture of higher quality assurance in all programs, the management of the Polytechnic has developed a framework for continuous quality management and control. The Quality Control Unit, which is headed by a very experienced chief lecturer, conducts a host of activities that are designed to improve the quality of input, processes, and outputs of the Polytechnic system. In the last 2 years, the Quality Control Unit has been able to ensure excellent performance processes in all aspects of the Polytechnic functions through the compliance and conformity with the NBTE standard and guidelines, that lecturers hold an appropriate time, that lecturers conform to the schedule of course where submitted. The unit has created questionnaire for students. With this, it is able to coordinate students' evaluation, staff of various programs. The unit is to monitor accreditation of program and also ensure that all departments comply with the academic briefs. Entrepreneurship development. Over the years, management has committed a lot of time, resources, and energy to establish, equip the nature of our Entrepreneurship Development Center to make it what it is today. The idea is to enhance and train our students on vocational skills based on their interests. At the center, students take and meet and interact with carefully selected professionals who train them in catering, bakery, event decorations, hairstyling, fish farming, tailoring, computer repairs, cosmetic, water production, and electrical installation. They are to be certified on one of the skills of their choice before graduation. This measure is in compliance with the NBTE requirements, not only for graduation, but for accreditation of all programs. We have genuine plans to partner with government of Kebbi State through the Ministry of Commerce and Industry to develop synergy with other entrepreneurship activities. The center has attracted the attention of the agencies like NAFDAC and Standard Organization, who have visited our campus and are satisfied with the quality of operations. We intend to reach out to SMEDAN, MPE, and other related agencies to educate our students on how and where to get right sources of funding for their business after leaving school. At this point, let me say that we are open to partnership on research and innovations in individual and corporate organizations. Skills Acquisition Center. We have received grants to establish a full skill acquisition center in the institution through TED Fund. All equipment and machinery required for the smooth operation of the center has been procured and certified. A director and a center manager have already been appointed, and ownership will be commenced. And the center manager have already been appointed, and operation will soon commence. This center will provide at least one skill for each student before graduation. Students will have the opportunity of graduation with certificate in such skill. The center is an initiative of the National Board for Technical Education under the leadership of the current Executive Secretary, Professor Ugadi, who has been preaching the gospel of skills, not certificate. The idea is to prepare graduates for future challenges, make them not only employable, but skilled and therefore self-reliant on external linkages and collaboration. I am delighted to report that in pursuance of increased collaborative efforts in academic and professional relationships, we have entered into collaboration with more professional bodies and other agencies of government. They include the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, the Technology Incubation Center in Birnin, Kebbi, and the Small and Medium-Scale Entrepreneurs Development Agency of Nigeria, and the National Automotive Design and Development Council, which build and heavily furnished a workshop for us with the most modern state of the art equipment. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I want to report that a former student of this polytechnic, Jelani Dogondaji, was the person who brought this center into this polytechnic. With the most modern state of the art equipment and tools in the institution, this workshop is the best of its kind in Nigeria, and it is a special addition to our workshops and laboratories for tons of training in mechatronics, mechanical, electrical, electronics engineering. Our collaborative with the government of Kebbi State in the area of training and retraining is most commendable. We have organized intensive training workshops for teachers of primary schools and staff of finance departments in the 21 local government areas of the state, and we look forward to more collaborations, Your Excellency. Affiliation with Federal University Birnin Kebbi. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me share with you the good news of our affiliation with the Federal University Birnin Kebbi to run degree programs in the following areas: Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, BSc Microbiology, BSc Statistics, BSc Architectural, BSc Building, BSc Accounting, BSc Business Administration and Management. The university has since visited our facilities and have expressed satisfaction with the quality of human and material resources presented. Governing councils of the Polytechnic and the university have also approved the collaboration. We have signed the memorandum of understanding, and the programs will commence after the final approval by the National University Commission, which is scheduled on the 14th to 17th of July this year. Major challenges. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the report you have heard so far will reveal some success story, but I must confess that ours is not a bed of roses. This institution had and still has a number of challenges. Funding. Every Nigerian is conscious of the fact that there is economic recession all over the world. Our dear country can therefore not be an exception. Thus, we appreciate the fact that government alone cannot carry out the burden of funding of education, especially technologically, scientific, and technical education, which is capital intensive. There is therefore the urgent need for the private sector to join hands with the institution to provide more funding. I also employ government to look within its boundary available resources and improve the funding to the polytechnic sector, especially considering their roles, efforts, and contribution to the quest for economic, social, and technological development. Nations of the world who have achieved greatness did so through the development and encouragement of technical education. Polytechnic graduates are trained to acquire skills. With skills, they become producers and inventors. The example of Asian giants of China, Japan, Korea, India, Malaysia, Indonesia, and others is a critical reference of the artisans, technicians, and engineers that can turn the economy of the nations to become prosperous. Your Excellencies, we are also hindered by lack of decent accommodation for our teaching and non-teaching staff. The present staff quarters of the Polytechnic were built since the inception of the institution in 1976. The houses are heavy with age and dilapidation and require urgent total rehabilitation and reconstruction of houses for our staff. Fellowship Awards. During the convocation ceremony, 3 great Nigerians who have made valuable contributions to the learning or excelled in their different choosing areas of endeavors will be conferred with a fellowship of the Polytechnic. They are persons who have worked selflessly and tirelessly to make their society and humanity better than they made it. Our honorary fellowship transcends procurement and other distinguished recipients cut across backgrounds, professions, and ethnic loyalty. It is our cherished criteria that none of the recipients is contacted in advance to our collective decision to confer the award on him. Thus, I want to assure you that fellowship is deep-rooted in the ideals of sincerity and devoid of any ulterior or similar motive, but guided by the singular drive for excellence and elevation of the society. They are His Excellency, Comrade Dr. Nasiru Idris Dik Aurangwandu, the Executive Governor of Kebbi State, Alhaji Abdul Samad Isa Kurabiu, CFR, CON, GCON, founder of Boa Group, and His Royal Highness, Alhaji Haruna Rashid, the late Emir of Gwandu, a posthumous award. I congratulate the distinguished awardees on the prestigious award by our prestigious institution. Acknowledgement. I would like to salute the effort of positive contributions of the immediate past governing council of the Polytechnic and the focus and experienced leadership of Architect Waziri Bulama. He is a man blessed with extraordinary intelligence, wealth of experience, power of vision and initiative. The wonderful combination of analytical mind of the academic lays with the sagacity of a top-flight politician, all of which he is. The council worked tirelessly to uplift this polytechnic. I commend their commitment and vision and wish them well in their future endeavors. Let me use this golden opportunity to express our profound gratitude to the Executive Governor of Kebbi State, Comrade Dr. Nasiru Idris Aurangwandu, for his support to the Polytechnic, for being here today. I also express thanks to the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Tahir Mamman, and Minister of State for Education, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu, and congratulate them for their wonderful performance so far in galvanizing the education sector. To our highly distinguished Chairman of the ceremony and Executive Secretary of NBTE, we appreciate the good example you have always exhibited in our institution. I must appreciate the federal government under the executive leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Federal Minister of Education, and the National Assembly for improved capital allocation to this polytechnic in the year 2024. This has helped us to execute meaningful projects that are impacting positively on the standard of teaching, learning, and research in this institution. Very specifically, I thank Honorable Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, the Ian Zazzau, for honorable presence in this convocation. It means a lot to us. In conclusion, I congratulate our graduates on the successful completion of their program. I'm confident you have imbibed from us the culture of peace and academic excellence synonymous with the great Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic. And you can now not only count yourselves, but be counted as persons worthy, both in character and learning. I charge you, as always, to be good ambassadors of this great institution in whatever you do and wherever you go. I congratulate the happy, humble, and proud parents. As usual, let me pay special homage and tribute to the past executive of this great institution for laying the foundation that has culminated in the greatness of this polytechnic. They nurtured the institution as expanded its horizon. They set a beautiful pace, and we shall continue to follow it in our commitment in building first-class polytechnic. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today I salute Mr. Donald MacDonald, the first rector of the Polytechnic, Senator Abubakar Na'amu Abdullahi, Professor Engineer Muhammad Abubakar Gulma, Malam Ibrahim Mori Baba, Architect MK Nabadi, MNI, Engineer Garba Ubar Kangiwa, and Architect Mohammed Sani Aliu, MNI. Once again, the visitor, Your Excellencies, fellows of the Polytechnic, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for honoring our invitation and for being a wonderful part of the 14th Convocation of our Polytechnic. Thank you for your attention, and may God bless us. May God bless all of us and bless our country, Nigeria. Thank you.
Director, may I, at this juncture, have the privilege to respectfully invite the representative of the National Board for Technical Education, Professor Diauddin Bashir Hassan, to come forward and deliver his speech.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. The protocol has been established, but considering the caliber of people here, I have to refuse to stand on the existing protocol, but to also read the protocol once again. The visitor to the institution, who is His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the Commander-in-Chief, ably represented by our amiable Honorable Minister of State for Education, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu, the Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, the number 4 citizen of the nation, the Speaker of the Federal House of the Representatives, the number 1 citizen of the state, the Executive Governor, His Excellency, Dr. Nasir Idris, Royal Fathers here present, dignitaries, former members of cabinet, former ministers here present, distinguished guests from all over the nation, students, parents, ladies and gentlemen, security, members of the press, good morning. I am here to make a presentation on behalf of my principal, the Executive Secretary of NBTE, Professor Idris Muhammad Bogaji, who will have really loved to be here and who is passionate about this institution. About 3 weeks ago also, he was here in relation to activities that will promote this very institution. But today, during the convocation, he will not be able to make it, and he has directed me to read his paper with the kind permission of the visitor. So I will read his paper with your kind permission, sir. I am honored to address you on this celebratory occasion of Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic 14th Convocation ceremony. This day is a testament to the hard-earned achievements of our graduates and a tribute to the unwavering support of their family, friends, and the academic community at large. I extend my warmest congratulations to the graduates. Your dedication has culminated in this momentous achievement. As you embark on a new journey, you carry the potential to make meaningful contributions to the development of these nations and its progress. Technical and vocational education training, TVET, stands as the bedrock of Nigeria's socio-economic development. As the Executive Secretary of the Board, overseeing this vital sector, I am dedicated to ensuring that our institutions cultivate graduates who are not only academically proficient, but also industry-ready, innovative, and drivers of the national advancement. The commitment of Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic to these ideals is commendable. The NBTE, in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Education, has been proactive in enhancing TVET across Nigeria. Some of the few initiatives that have been rolled out include the following. Entrepreneurship promotion. We have integrated entrepreneurship into our accreditation criteria in such a way that we have mandated polytechnics to establish skills development centers, and this initiative aims to foster innovation and self-reliance among students who must now attain certification in at least one skill, which is under the NSQF framework. NSQF stands for National Skills Qualification Framework. The second one is curriculum review. To keep pace with the evolving technological and digital sectors, we have conducted extensive curricular review. Our focus is on aligning courses with industry demand, particularly in the areas of ICT and mass communication, to prevent skills mismatch and prepare graduates for modern workforce. The curricular review is done averagely 5 years, but for some of these courses that are very dynamic like ICT, if you wait for 5 years to review the curricula, you may miss out some of the important things, and then our graduates may not be industry ready. And therefore, these are one of the areas that curricular review has been undertaken by the board regularly. Again, the issue of open and distance flexible learning, ODFEL. Embracing flexible learning modalities, the NBTE has integrated ODFEL into our educational framework, expanding access to lifelong learning and addressing the needs for diverse learners. The NBTE for now has approved 70%, 30%, where 70% will be for online activities with practicals and examination taken physically in institutions, taking 30%. Out of the number of institutions that we have, about 40 of them have keyed into the idea of the ODFL, which allows flexibility and allows a lot of people to have access to education considering their exigencies. Another one is strengthening industry partnership. In this area, we have fortified collaborations with industry stakeholders to ensure that our training programs are market-driven. Some of these partners include ERKY, which are foreign partners, and we also have Korean. We have entered into MOU with Korean, where some of our technology-based graduates will have to be undertaking their surveys and then their activities in industry-based that are technologically driven, and they have direct bearing with the activity and studies that they have undertaken. This, again, will make them to be industry-ready when they graduate. Again, we've looked at the issue of quality assurance and accreditation. In this area, our commitment to excellence has led us to digitalize the accreditation process in totality. This will enhance the efficiency and align our educational standards with global best practices. The board, we want to report, has successfully accredited 11 institutions this very month that passed using the NBTE digital accreditation platform. This is a very innovative way of doing the accreditation. It saves resources, it saves time, it's safer, and it is one of the initiatives introduced by the Executive Secretary, Professor Idris Muhammad Bagaji. To our graduates, I encourage you to seize opportunities amid the challenges that await. The skills you have honed here will be instrumental as you navigate an ever-changing world. Remember, education is continuous pursuit. Remain curious, adaptable, and strive for excellence. I also encourage you to apply your knowledge and skills innovatively, resiliently, and as a catalyst for positive change. The future is promising, and I am confident in your ability to contribute significantly to our nation's growth. A welcome development at this point in time is the approval of the new service schemes of service for federal polytechnics, which happened recently in June 2024. As with any document, it may not be a perfect document, but it has provided the much needed recognition to higher national diploma holders. From now on, holders of higher national diplomas with 2-1 and above grade will be employed as graduate assistants directly, similar to what is obtained to graduates of the university. This represents a major shift towards ending the unwarranted dichotomy between polytechnics and university graduates, ensuring that our graduates receive the recognition and opportunities they deserve. I express my profound gratitude to the management, faculty, and staff of Waziri Umaru Polytechnic for their dedication in shaping the leaders of tomorrow. Your efforts are integral to the future of our nation. In closing, the NBTE is steadfast in its mission to revolutionalize TVET in Nigeria, the whole landscape of the TVET, aiming to create an adaptive educational system that prepares our students for demands of the dynamic global landscape. Let us celebrate our graduates' accomplishments and approach the future with hope and resolve. Congratulations once again, and may your endeavors be blessed. Please sign Professor Idris Muhammad Bagaji, the Executive Secretary, National Board for Technical Education. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Directors, as is the tradition in gatherings of this nature, sister institutions are expected to present goodwill messages. Rectors, I now have the honor to invite the heads of sister institutions or their representatives to present their goodwill messages. I invite them in this order. Director, Kebbi State Polytechnic, Daikin Gari, Dr. Abubakar Dalatu. Please come forward and present your goodwill message. The Deputy Provost, Sheikh Shagari College of Education, Sokoto, please come forward and present your goodwill message. Thank you. Deputy Provost, Sheikh Shagari College of Education, Sokoto, please come forward and present your goodwill message. Next, the Provost, College of Nursing Sciences, Birnin, Kebbi, Muhammad Murtala Musa, please come forward and present your goodwill message. Thank you. Next is the Vice Chancellor, Federal University of Agriculture, Zuru. Please come forward and present your goodwill message. After him, the Vice Chancellor, Kebbi State University of Science and Technology, Aleru, Professor Bashir Laden Aleru, please come forward and present your goodwill message. After him, the Vice Chancellor, Federal University, Birnin Kebbi, Professor Zayanu Umaru, please come forward and deliver your goodwill message. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Director, you can take your seat. Next on our program is the award of diplomas and honorary certificates and conferment of national and higher national diplomas. Sorry. Okay. Sorry for that slip. Next, I want to invite the Honorable Speaker, National Assembly, Honorable Tajuddin, to come forward and give your goodwill message. Thank you, sir. Okay. Very glad say welcome, sir. Thank you.
The visitor of this great institution, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by my dear brother, the Minister of State, Education, His Excellency, the Governor of Kebbi State, my dear brother, my friend, members of the National Assembly, both current and past, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly and all members of the State House of Assembly, other distinguished invited guests, which include, among others, former ministers, current ministers, representatives of other state governors, our royal fathers, the traditional rulers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my pleasure to be here with you on this very historic occasion. An occasion that I cherish so much and for so many reasons. One, for being an occasion that recognizes my dear friend the governor as one of the able recipients of this fellowship. He is a man I have grown to respect tremendously for his capacity, for his goodwill, for his well-intention, for his style of administration, which I believe is second to none in today's contemporary governance. The second is because I'm also your product. More than 20 years of my life, my professional life, has been spent in the academic sector. As far back as 1999, I was a proud head of accounting department of the then Kaduna State University. And teaching has been my last profession as the head of accounting department of Kaduna State University before I exited and joined politics in 2010. So anything education is something that I cherish and I always want to support. I want to use this opportunity to commend the management, the academic staff, and students of this great institution for the milestone achieved. I've gone through the brochure program, I've gone through the directory, I have seen the remarkable achievement recorded in different units by this particular Polytechnic. I think, Director, you deserve a lot of commendation. You have done well. You have made this Polytechnic an exemplary one, and I'm sure you do better in the future. I also want to use this opportunity to call on the graduates is wanting to be a graduate. I'm sure all full of happiness for graduating. But I want you to know that it's just the beginning of another life. And that life, if you don't prepare for it, you can be sad for the rest of your life. I'm saying this because by the nature of polytechnic education, you are prepared, you are groomed with knowledge and skills to be able to stand on your feet. The knowledge you acquire is not for you to go and start looking for jobs with state governments, with local governments, or with the federal government. You have been taught from day one with practical skills for survival. Practical skills for you to be able to stand on your own, to build your own career, to build your own vocation, so that you can be able to be an employer of labor one day. So please don't waste your time from day one. Try to start thinking of what you can do to be self-reliant, rather than being dependent on government to provide you with employment. I believe with what you have been taught, you can be able to take your future squarely on your own hands. And I want to wish you good luck in that regard. Your Excellency, I want to use this opportunity to also call on you, your government, and indeed our traditional rulers here, to please take advantage of the constitutional amendment program that the National Assembly has embarked, which we will be coming to all the 36 states of the Federation to collect inputs firsthand from the people of each state, from all categories of stakeholders, so that we'll be able to make our constitution better. The Nigerian constitution is far from being called perfect. We believe we can do better with it. But we cannot do better if you stay dormant. We cannot do better if you don't give your utmost contribution. So I want to urge you to please prepare, so that by the time we come, the people and government of Kebbi State would have articulated its own areas of interest, so that we can be able to debate and include in the next constitutional amendment. And I want to guide you specifically to some areas of interest. One of them is the area of state police. So many states are craving, and so many stakeholders are apprehensive. It's time for Kebbi State to take position on where they want to belong, whether or not states should have the power to have state police. Another area is women inclusion and governance. Nigeria is one of the lowest ranked in terms of women participation in politics, women inclusion and governance. We want to see if the people of Kebbi are ready for women to take a more active role in the governance of this country. Another area of interest is carving a role for our traditional rulers. We want to see more than ever before that our traditional rulers are given a role in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But that can only be possible if you show interest, if you show commitment that you truly want it. For us in the National Assembly, we are willing, we are ready to support you all the way. So please, when the time comes, show your interest and show it emphatically. Your Excellency, the representative of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the governor, and all stakeholders, I want to finally raise my case by saying a big thank you for this honor given to me on behalf of the House of Representatives to be here with you. May God bless you all. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you once more. At this juncture, Mr. Rector, it's now time for award of diplomas and honorary certificates and conferment of national and higher national diplomas. May I call on the Dean, School of Accountancy, to come forward to present the graduates for their awards. Rector, sir, I hereby confirm that the graduates who are about to be presented to you from the School of Accountancy and Finance have fulfilled the requirements of the statutes and ordinances and regulations of the Polytechnic and have been found worthy both in character and learning for the award of national and higher national diplomas.
Will all the national diploma and higher national diploma graduates in the School of Accounting and Finance comprising of ND, National Diploma Accountancy, Higher National Diploma Accountancy, Higher National Diploma Banking and Finance, and Higher National Diploma Banking and Finance rise and remain standing. Rector, sir, I have the honor and privilege to present these persons who have been found completed their diploma programs in the Polytechnic. Those present are those who are absent for good cause, or for whom I stand as proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and learning for the conferment of the national diploma and higher national diploma in accountancy and banking and finance.
By the authority of the academic board, I confer on you all and severally the National Diploma, Higher National Diploma of Waziri Umaru, Federal Polytechnic, Birnin Kebbi graduates, Federal Polytechnic, Birnin Kebbi, in both accounting and banking and finance.
Thank you, sir.
You may sit.
Thank you, Dean. Director, sir, I have the honor and privilege to present these persons who have successfully completed their diploma programs in the Polytechnic, those present. Director, sir, I hereby confirm that the graduates who are about to be presented to you from the School of Administrative and Business Studies have fulfilled the requirements of the statutes, ordinances, and regulations of the Polytechnic, and have been found worthy both in character and learning for the award of national and higher national diplomas. May I call on the Dean, School of Administrative and Business Studies, Dr. Usman Maji, to come forward and present his graduates.
Director, sir, will all national and higher national diploma graduates in the School of Administrative and Business Studies, comprising of Department of Business Administration, Department of Public Administration, Department of Marketing, and Department of Local Government, raise and remain standing. Rector, sir, I have the honor to present these persons who have successfully completed their diploma programs in the Polytechnic. Those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, and for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning for the conferment of national and higher national diploma in business administration and management, marketing, public administration, and local government studies, sir.
By the authority of Academic Board, I confer on you all and severally the National and Higher National Diploma of Waziri Umaru Polytechnic, Birnin, Kebbi.
Thank you, Dean. Please take your seats. Take your seats, please. Director, sir, I hereby confirm that the graduates who are about to be presented to you from the School of Industrial Engineering have fulfilled the requirements of the statutes, ordinances, and regulations of the Polytechnic, and have been found worthy both in character and learning for the award of national and higher national diplomas. May I call on the Dean, School of Industrial Engineering, Dr. Ademola Ademi, to come forward and present his graduates.
I call on all the graduates, both the ND and HND graduates from the School of Industrial Engineering, comprising graduates from the Department of Electrical Engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering, and the Department of Metallurgical Engineering, to please rise and remain standing. Rector, sir, I have the honor to present these persons who have successfully completed their diploma programs in the Polytechnic, those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, and for whom I stand in proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and learning for the conferment of the national and higher national diploma in ND Electrical Engineering, HND Electrical Engineering, Electronics and Telecom option, HND Electrical Engineering, Power and Machine option, ND Mechanical Engineering, HND Mechanical Engineering, Power and Plant option, HND Mechanical Engineering, Manufacturing option, ND Metallurgical Engineering, and HND Metallurgical Engineering.
By the authority of Academic Board, I confer on you all and severally the National and the Higher National Diploma of Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic.
Thank you, sir. Please take your seats. Director, sir, I hereby confirm that the graduates who are about to be presented to you from the School of Natural Resources Engineering have fulfilled the requirements of the statutes, ordinances, and regulations of the Polytechnic, and have been found worthy both in character and learning for the award of national and higher national diplomas. May I call on the Dean, School of Natural Resources, Engineering, Engineer Kabiru Umar Dangoma, to come forward and present the graduates in your school.
Will all national and higher national diploma graduates in the School of Natural Resources Engineering, comprising of National Diploma Civil Engineering, Higher National Diploma Civil Engineering, National Diploma Agricultural Technology, National Diploma Agriculture and Bioenvironmental Engineering Technology, Higher National Diploma Agriculture and Bioenvironmental Engineering in Palm Power Option, and Higher National Diploma Agriculture and Bioenvironmental Engineering in Soil and Water Option, rise and remain standing.
By the authority of Academic Board, I confer on you all and severally the National and Higher National Diploma of Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic.
Thank you, Dean. Please take your seats. Okay. Director, sir, I hereby confirm that the graduates who are about to be presented to you from the School of Environmental Design have fulfilled the requirements of the statutes, ordinances, and regulations of the Polytechnic, and have been found worthy both in character and in learning for the award of national and higher national diplomas. May I call on the Dean School of Environmental Design, Town Planner Abubakar Muhammad Nasarawa, to come forward and present the graduates in your school.
Will all the national diploma and higher national diploma graduates in the School of Environmental Design rise and remain standing? Director, sir, I have the honor to present these persons who have successfully completed their diploma programs in the Polytechnic. Those present and those who for good cause their diploma programs in the Polytechnic. Those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, and for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and learning for the conferment of the higher national diploma in National Diploma Architectural Technology, Higher National Diploma Architectural Technology, National Diploma Building Technology, Higher National Diploma Building Technology, National Diploma Quantity Survey, Higher National Diploma Quantity Survey, National Diploma Urban and Regional Planning, and Higher National Diploma Urban and Regional Planning.
By the authority of Academic Board, I confer on you all and severally the National and Higher National Diploma of Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic.
Thank you. Please take your seats. Director, sir, I hereby confirm that the graduates who are about to be have fulfilled the requirements of the statutes, ordinances, and regulations of the Polytechnic, and have been found worthy both in character and learning for the award of national and higher national diplomas. May I call on the Dean, School of Surveying and Land Administration, Estate Valuator, Dr. Shitu Wasiu Adewale, to come forward and present the graduates in your school.
Will all the graduates of National and Higher National Diploma in the School of Surveying and Land Administration rise and standing, please? Rector, sir, I have the honor to present this person who have successfully completed their diploma program in the Polytechnic, those present and those who for good reasons are unavoidably absent, and for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and learning for the conferment of the National and Higher National Diploma in ND Surveying and Geoinformatics, HND Surveying and Geoinformatics, ND Estate Management and Valuation, and HND Estate Management and Valuation. Thank you, sir.
By the authority of Academic Board, I confer on you all and severally the National and Higher National Diploma of the Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic.
Thank you. Please take your seats. Director, sir, I hereby confirm that the graduates who are about to be presented to you from the School of Sciences have fulfilled the requirements of the statutes, ordinances, and regulations of the Polytechnic and have been found worthy both in character and in learning for the award of national and high national diplomas. May I call on the Dean, School of Sciences, Dr. Bahari Abdullahi Mayama, to present the graduates of his school for the award.
Mr. Rector, sir, will all the students of higher national diploma and national diploma in the School of Sciences comprising of Department of Computer Science, Department of Statistics, Department of Science Technology, and Department of Library and Information Science rise and remain standing? Also, students of National Certificate in Education, Business and Science Education, and Technical Education should also rise and remain standing. Rector, sir, I have the honor to present these persons who have successfully completed their diploma programs and NCE in the Polytechnic. Those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent and for whom I stand proxy, who have been found both worthy in character and in learning for the conferment of national diploma in the aforementioned department.
By the authority of Academic Board, I confer on you all and severally the National Diploma, Higher National Diploma, and NCE of Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic, Birnin, Kebbi.
At this juncture, let me invite the Polytechnic orator to take over proceedings. Go ahead.
May I now invite His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kebbi State, to take the podium. The visitor, Your Excellency, the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for me to stand in front of history and to talk about history in the presence of the present, looking at the future. Today, this beautiful morning, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, I speak into the microphone to tell you a story of greatness, greatness which catapulted against a stubborn resistance against odds of life. Today, I tell you a story of the child of destiny, born by destiny, prepared for destiny, and destined for greatness. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today I will tell you a story of a great journey which started with humble beginnings at Makera Gandu in the heart of Birnin, Kebbi, the present capital city of Kebbi State. It is the story of Nasiru Idris, the Kaurangwandu, comrade governor of Kebbi State. Your Excellencies, from the beginning, greatness began on him and he did not hesitate to resist. He submitted himself innocently to the embrace of the quest for education, going through Makera Gandu Primary School and spending many hours daily at Quranic schools, hearing, listening, and learning to the teachings of the Quran and Hadith. He was at Government Teachers College Dogondaji in sight of the fulfillment of a big dream to be a teacher. to acquire knowledge and to transmit knowledge. And his taste was the taste of a hungry elephant. His taste was as big, as high as the historic rock of Kilimanjaro. You could see, therefore, that only big oceans of water could quench it. He found one in Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic, Birnin, Kebbi, where he obtained a national diploma in business administration, a higher national diploma in business administration, and a postgraduate diploma in business administration. And he did all this with greatness and in greatness. Not satisfied, Nasiru enrolled for a master's degree at the prestigious Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, to continue his conquest of academic laurels and accomplishments. Nasiru's career in the civil service was as eventful as it was remarkable. He was a dedicated primary school teacher, a committed supervisor, and accomplished inspector of schools. Nasiru, always humble, ever cheerful, with very rich character of human relations. Nasiru, the owner of a huge reserve of massive goodwill, from Birnin, Kebbi to Kalgo, down to Bonza, Auran Gwandu taught with passion to students, colleagues, parents, and supervisors. Unsurprisingly, Nasiru was overwhelmingly elected by the teachers in Birnin, Kebbi to serve as the chairman of the Nigerian Union of Teachers. His popularity was soon to spread like wildfire in the Hamatan. The young and charismatic Nasiru became the chairman of NUT Kebbi State Chapter. A golden fish, they say, has no hiding place. Nasiru shone like a northern star. He became the new darling of Kebbi workers. They loved him, they cherished him, and they trusted him. Thus, they elected him to lead the workers of Kebbi State as chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress. Very charismatic, intelligent, visionary, and diplomatic. He is the first person to be the chairman of both the NUT and LLC concurrently. As a leader of the workers, his success in Kebbi State was legendary. When it was time to bend down, Nasiru bent down. When it was time to stand up, Nasiru stood erect. He spoke to power without fear or reservation. He never betrayed the workers and never insulted the government, but he achieved results to the benefit of both the workers and the government. And responsiveness covered the Nigerian labor space. He was elected the national president of NUT. Nigerian teachers celebrated his reign with fanfare, satisfaction, and gratitude. From then on, Auran Gwandu, in a historic feat, became the national vice president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, and together with his comrade colleagues, fought for the emancipation of the Nigerian workers and the common people of Nigeria. It was to Aura's credit that, and that of his colleagues, that the present minimum wage of 30,000 naira became a reality. Governor Nasiru is a great personality with a mesmerizing flow of charisma, kindness, and enigmatic grace. Few men are like Auran Gwandu. As a class captain in the Polytechnic, he paid for notes and books for his classmates. Aura had the distinction of buying textbooks, notebooks, and uniforms for the entire pupils of Auran Gwandu Model Primary School. As a highly respected and cherished community leader, Nasiru so loves his people that he makes their problems, their challenges, his challenges, and their satisfaction his priority. From Birnin, Kebbi to Augi, Kamba and Chibike, Gorindiko and Fana, Dirin Daji to Penny, Wasagu to Danko and Sakaba, down to Yawuri, Shanga, Utono and Ingaski. The name of Nasiru Aura spread like wildfire in the Hamatan. He is a genuine lover and had no political ambition. But how can a man whose name and good works have traveled far and near escape the call to duty? How can a man who has touched lives in many ways than once and massively loved by the people refuse their call to service? How can a good man already identified by the people, desperate for effective leadership and efficient leadership, turn down the yearnings of the people to lead the people? Who is Auran Gwandu, who is a child of destiny, destined by God to run away from destiny? Nasiru tried to escape the inevitable call, but destiny is a judge's shadow. Nasiru ran, but destiny followed and caught up with him. Like a miracle, he miraculously and effortlessly emerged as the gubernatorial flag bearer of the ruling all-progressive APC in Kebbi State. Nasiru Idris walked into the political arena unannounced and without notice. He had no godfather, but Providence had chosen him. His campaign itself was revolutionary. As a man of the people had come to the people. The support was unimaginably massive. The man had no godfather or political base, but he had limited goodwill. When Nasiru called, Kebbi answered loudly. His supporters were everywhere. The laborers, the masons, the wheelbarrow pushers, the fruit sellers, the carpenters, the teachers, the market women, and the labor movement. He was a general commanding strong battalions. Together, they marched in unison with one voice, one might, one will, and one dream. When elections came, Nasiru came, he saw, he conquered, he won, and was sworn in as the 5th democratically elected governor of Kebbi State. Aura defeated godfatherism, subdued ethnicism, injured favoritism, and overpowered all other isms. He became the first real teacher to become the governor of Kebbi State. He is the first labor leader to become the governor of Kebbi State. He is the first product of Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic to become the governor of any state in Nigeria. Indeed, Auran Gwandu is a worthy ambassador of the strong flag bearer of the Nigerian workers. The people of Kebbi State did not vote for Aura Nasir Idris in vain. He is a revelation during a revolution. He soon became the new father of the sons and daughters of Kebbi State. He was fully equipped and armed with the arsenals to resuscitate the spirit of the glory and grace of Kebbi State. He declared a state of emergency on the education sector. Aura is the first Nigerian governor to sign a bill into law extending the retirement age of teachers from 60 to 65 years and 40 years of service from 35 years. He immediately prioritized the training and retraining of teachers, awarded contracts for the construction and equipping of 4 mega schools, and approved the recruitment of 2,000 new qualified teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, did you hear me? Kaura is a genuine comrade of the people who cares genuinely for the people. As a labor leader, he abolished the casualization of workers, increased the salaries of medical doctors and other health personnel, and approved the recruitment of 500 new health personnel. These beautiful actions can only be taken by a courageous comrade governor. Governor Nasir's urban renewal project is the best in the history of Kebbi. In less than 1 year, we witnessed the rise of a city and an uncommon transformation of a state. Under Auran Gwandu, we saw the writing of a new and beautiful story of progress and development. It is the story of change, anchored by an honest agent of change. It is a change affecting cities, towns, and villages. Rivers are now getting bridges, and narrow paths are turning to beautiful roads. Today, Birnin Kebbi, the historic capital city of Kebbi State, has dropped its old, tattered, and haggard dress of underdevelopment, which hitherto confined it to the status of a glorified local government headquarters. Birnin Kebbi is now decked in the regalia of beauty, newness, and elegance. This is the fulfillment of a promise, the actualization of a dream. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, do you know Malala community in Birnin Kebbi? Their story was that of environmental degradation, soil erosion, ignorance, and disease. But Aura gave them a school, a clinic, and a road, all in 3 months. What of the people of Kebbi South, those whose story was only that of bloodshed, killings, pains, insecurity, and destruction? Aura equipped and funded the security forces to confront the bandits, dislodge them, and decimated them until peace returned to their communities. They returned to their farms, and on top of all this, he gave them a road from Wasagu to Tudunbichi. Who is a governor like Auran Gwandu? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to keep quiet, but how do I shut my mouth when I'm talking about a special person, a teacher's teacher, an uncommon transformer, an engineer of ideas, a headmaster's headmaster, a supervisor's supervisor, a sane politician, a selfless leader, a patriotic Nigerian, a political calculator, a social emancipator, a servant of the people, and courageous flag bearer of the masses. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, kowace gauta ja ce sai idan bata ji rana ba. This is a proverb often associated with Nigerian politicians as liars because they will promise to build a bridge even where there is no river. Aura is a clean politician. He refuses stubbornly to tell a political lie. He walks his talk and confronts every challenge with honesty, sincerity, and the fear of Allah. No dirty politician will admire Aura Gwandu's straightforwardness and sincerity. He is a political purifier bent on purifying the dirty waters of politics in Kebbi State. Vintage Nasiru, beyond comment, beyond duplication, beyond forgery. The senior advocate of the masses, Grand Commander of the Order of Welfareism. He is married to 2 wives, Hajia Zainab Nasir and Hajia Nafisa Nasir Idris. And listen, he loves them equally, treats them equally, cares for them equally, and smiles at them equally. Because of this high sense of responsibility, justice, and equity, his home is where peace, unity, and understanding meet love at the junction of tranquility. Together, they are blessed with beautiful children. Dr. Nasiri has been honored and recognized at home and abroad. He was conferred with an honorary doctorate degree from the United Arab Emirates. Before becoming a governor, Nasir Idris received 29 awards. He has continued to be honored following his spectacular and excellent performance as the governor of Kebbi State. Governor Nasiri holds the traditional titles of Aurangwandu, Garkwanzuru, and Ganjin Yauri, among others. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the able, amiable, capable, responsible, reliable, lovable, likable, accessible, reachable, indefatigable, unstoppable, credible, and yet incredible Nasiru Idris Gwandu. I present to you a loving husband, a caring father, a passionate and compassionate leader. I present to you the architect of the new beautiful Kebbi State. I present to you the tallest Iroko tree in the political forest of Kebbi State, to be honored with the highly esteemed fellowship of the prestigious Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic, Birnin Kebbi. Your Excellency, congratulations. May I now invite the representative of the chairman and founder of BOA Group,
Thank you, sir.
Please, can we leave the stage? Can we please leave the stage? Can we please leave the stage? Your Excellencies, the visitor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please, can we leave the stage, please? Gentlemen, please leave the stage. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, standing before you all today is Dr. Aliyu Idi Hong, former Minister of State Foreign Affairs of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Director of Government Relations BOA Group, representing the chairman and founder, Alhaji Abdul Samad Isiaq Rabiu, CFR, CON, GCON. Abdul Samad Rabiu Isiaka was born on 4th August 1960 in the ancient city of Kano. It was the tradition of his family that young children of his age must acquire Islamic education. This is more so as his father, Khalifa Isiaq Rabiu, was the most famous industrialist in Kano and northern Nigeria in general. So naturally, he followed in the enigmatic footsteps of those before him to acquire both Islamic and Western education and learn the thick ropes of business. The young and positively ambitious Abdul Samad attended the famous Capital University, Columbus, Ohio University, United States of America, where he bagged a degree in economics. Soon after, Abdul Samad ventured fully into business with zeal, confidence, commitment, dedication, courage, and a hot hunger for success. Kano-born Rabiu Isiaq Abdul Samad is the head and founder of BOA Group, a business conglomerate with wide influence in Nigeria's economic and business sector, with a special interest in sugar, cement, ports, real estate, agricultural produce, oil and meal, import rice, edible oil, flour, and iron and steel products. For every student looking to bag a degree in business-related courses, Abdul Samad's persistence, tenacity, uprightness, business strategy, and lifestyle should be used as a case study and point of reference. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Abdul Samad was born under the proverbial lucky star. He rose from something to become someone through sheer dint of hard work laced with dodgersness. Highly blessed with the Midas touch in business, Rabiu connotes the proverbial cat with 9 lives. Despite being caught up in the country's dwindling business climate with a hard typhoon and tsunami directed at him, he was able to weather the storm and retain his spot in business. Following the footsteps of his industrious late father, Alhaji Khalifa Rabiu, a top Nigerian industrialist in the 70s and 80s, he drove the company to great fortune. Due to his wide knowledge of finance, business, and corporate governance, he was appointed the chairman of the Nigerian Bank of Industry. Abdul Samad Rabiu's career in business can be dated back to when he established BUA International Limited in 19... on manufacturing, infrastructure and agriculture, and producing revenue in excess of $2.5 billion annually. His major business breakthrough came in 1990. Yes, when government-owned Delta Steel Company contacted BOA to supply its raw materials in extracted iron products. Later that year, BOA, through Rabiu, expanded further into steel, producing billets, constructing multiple mills. Your Excellencies, join me in congratulating business school, great successful industrial.
Every weekday on Business Nigeria, we uncover the secrets of the financial world,
breaking down intricate economic and financial matters.
We analyze the stock market, shares, bonds, and the thrilling world of cryptocurrencies.
We unveil and analyze complex policies of the CBN and other government parastatals as they affect your everyday life, keeping you a step ahead every time.
Okay, this is good. Facts matter. Our team dives deep to separate fact from popular opinion.
We simplify complex government policies as it impacts your everyday life, helping you navigate the ever-changing financial landscape.
Watch Business Nigeria every weekday at 2 p.m. only on TVC News. First with breaking news.
Sometimes it's the story that calls. At other times, the people just want to be heard.
School, I need students, but I need teacher.
Can't continue like this.
Their voices re-echoing through time itself.
We haven't done anything.
If the tide is high, everybody run for safety.
Their tears leave a sweet, sour taste for all their demands. A familiar call beckoning for change. In our world, no one expects a disaster to happen. But when it does, we'll be there to x-ray all sides, from the east to the west, north and south. Community Forum will examine the oddities and challenges to economic development, as well as issues yearning for government intervention. Watch fresh episodes of Community Forum on Sundays by 9:30 p.m. only on TVC News.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Every major news story is with Birnin perspective and layered with different levels of impact.
Hello. What time did this happen? We will be right there.
At TVC News, we follow the big and major news, gathering the facts, witnessing the outcome.
I am here live at the aftermath of the approval of the new national minimum wage.
We are TV Station of the Year, not just for breaking news, but for being first, fair and accurate. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Albert Chinua Lumogu Achebe was born November 16, 1930 in Ogidi, Nigeria. He went to Government College in Umuahia, Nigeria. In 1948, Achebe won a scholarship to the University of Ibadan to study medicine, but after a year, he changed his major to writing. After graduation in 1953, he became a script writer for the Nigerian Broadcasting Service, NBS, eventually becoming the head programmer for the discussion series. In 1956, he visited London for the first time to take a training course with the BBC. On returning, he moved to Enugu and edited and produced stories for the NBS. Achebe was unhappy with books about Africa written by British authors such as Joseph Conrad and John Buchan because he felt the descriptions of African people were inaccurate and insulting. In his spare time, he worked on Things Fall Apart. The novel was published in 1958. The book won immediate international recognition and also became the basis for a play. His second book, No Longer at Ease, published in 1960, is set in the last decade before Nigeria achieved independence. In